Hey guys, welcome to another Prepared American here today, and we are going to be going over the latest match that I shot at Peacemaker National Training Center. It was a two gun, so rifle pistol. Overall, it went okay. I had fun, which is the most important part. I learned a lot. Well, learned a lot, most important part. Had fun, second most important part. First and a half. No, it's close between the two. Anyways, but really, I got to test a lot of gear, got to see how I was doing positionally with stuff, which obviously I need to work on, which we'll get to in a minute at the end, talking about how I'm going to work on that. And then from there, let's just get into it. Get into the do the things. All right, guys, going into the day, we started on stage 6, was our first stage of the day, so this will have some long range in it, so let's get into it.
Ready. Shooter case ready. Stand by.
All right. All paper targets, it's best 2 hits. Going for A zones, falling steel must fall, poppers must fall down, have a reload, pretty smooth. Shoot the paper for a third time for no reason. That was the left target, the tall one. I start moving, and then remember I have that right target. So I should have just shot them all from back there, or moved up and shot those from there. Save some time, be a little more efficient. So I started experiencing problems, and I shot those gongs in a weird order. I don't know why I did that, but it was fast, so whatever. Reload on the move, good. So here I start having issues again. So there it went. Click, no bang. Click. Making sure magazine's seated. Click, no bang. Click, no bang. Inspecting, seeing what's going on. Click, no bang. So I'm like, what the hell? So I told him, I was like, whatever, dude. We'll just move on. Figure it out after the fact. I ended up figuring it out, we think. I got parts on the way for the Glock. I think it's the safety plunger and spring is going to need replaced. And so pausing... bipods, horrible idea. Really bad idea. Gave me a bad shooting position. And I was just super unstable. I went first on all the stages of the day because I was squad daddy. So I was trying to get it out of the way so that way I could focus on ROing and just making sure everyone was safe. I don't even want to say it bit me in the ass because, you know, I don't care. There's no prizes. I'm not winning anything. It's just testing gear and seeing how I'm doing and stacking up. But yeah, definitely not a great way to shoot this stage from the barrel in a semi-standing, hunched over, weird position. You'll see. And also all of our target labels blew over. That was a hit. Hit. So that's already 2. Yep, there we go. Some of the spotters definitely need work. Jesus God. Sounded like a hit, but it could have been someone else. See? So I'm still having issues. I'm having a ton of problems with my shooting position. There we go. Yep. Again, see, I'm just like moving around up and down, going from that high kneeling to a weird squatted over kind of thing. When really I could have just left the bipods up and plopped down on the barrel and been fine. Little reload from the belt. You see how sluggish that bolt was going forward? My gun is already getting dirty. And so that was another problem you'll see me run into throughout the day, is my gun not wanting to feed because it's dirty and it's only had like 100 rounds through it. So it should not be having that. I need a stronger spring or more gas or something. I'm gonna figure it out, play with it. Yep. So I moved to 6. 5 and 6 are both at like 450 yards. Oh, I ended up getting 2 hits. For some reason, I thought I timed out. I was close, though. I was close to parring out. Yeah, see? So that was the par time. Yeah, so overall, not a beautiful run. Pistol was fine, aside from the issues I was having with it, mechanically. And then the rifle, it was just me choosing a bad position. So going on to the next piece. Okay, now this is stage 1. It's our second stage of the day. This one's super fun. It's down in Blue Lot over at Peacemaker, and it's always in the woods. Makes you feel like you're doing something cool. So, again, starting with pistol, then moving to rifle. Ready? And really slow draw. I don't know why I drew my gun so slow. Little teeny poppers. We're pretty far, but doable. Shot it 3 times for some reason. We'll reload on the move. Not bad, not bad. Yep. Again, so real quick, in between these, we had removed the safety plunger from my slide in between stages. So after that first stage we did, stage 6, I didn't do it. My buddies did it for me because I was busy ROing because they're good friends. But they removed the safety plunger and said, try it now, see how it works. We fired a mag through it. It didn't have any issues. So that was the first failure to fire that I had after I took that safety plunger out. And I could definitely be moving a lot faster. That tree got shot so much that day. I don't know if I saw I had one off or what. So right now, gun's not hot, and that's why we're able to face uprange with it. We go hot with her. 2. 3 shots for some reason again. 2, 3. 3 on each. I just want to make everyone's life miserable who has to pasty targets. This part was super fun. Shooting these... God, the camera work making me dizzy. So the targets are in the wood line to the left of those orange cones. Yeah, this one was super fun. Way better position than that first stage, shooting-wise. Felt good. Nice and stable. Plus, everything's pretty close, so... have that primary arm scope on 3 times, I think. A little reload on the move out of the carrier. The carrion from Rebels Raiders. Nice. Quick little turn and burn. And these are always the most hoe-ass targets ever. So... first target is around 50 yards. Little tiny popper with a backer so you can't see splash. There we go. And then there was 2 targets at around 100. A slightly larger popper and then a swinger. Nice. Overall, not a bad time on that one. Not a whole lot to critique. My arm was getting tired. Holding that open for forever. Rifle didn't really have any issues feeding that time, but you'll see on this next stage. I think I run into some problems with it being too dirty, and I've only shot, like, I don't know, 70, 80 rounds through it at that point. But we'll see. Alright, stage 2 over at Cannons at Peacemaker. That Vicarian is looking good there on my body. That little teeny back pouch thing, not wide enough, so it looked kind of goofy, but whatever. Trying out different gear. Alright, let's get it going. I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking of. I'm deep in thought.
You want to do the pistol first and get that in your holster, and then do the rifle?
Alright, both went forward, fine. And also, if you notice, I'm missing my med kit. My med kit fell out after the first stage, and I didn't realize it until, like, I got home the next day. That was empty, basically all day. And I don't know where it went. So if anyone wants to donate me a Pharaoh Concepts insert, that'd be fantastic. Or I'll just buy one.
You're hitting the tank trap first?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to know so I knew which way to go.
I don't know who just yelled in the back. Okay, this is gonna have to get cut up a little bit. Okay. All right, so finally we're getting ready to start. The first 38 seconds of this video is just yapping and random stuff. All right, ready. Holy fuck. I don't know who that was, but I like it. All right. So these targets, again, they're in the woods. Makes it hard to see them. 2 hits on steel. They're relatively small. Shot this guy freehand because YOLO. These guys get some. Oh, also my red dot wasn't on. The red dot on top of my gun was not on, so I was just like, let's try not to hit the snowshoot. All right. There we go. Yep, look at the targets. I'm gonna have a talk with my cameraman. Targets are more important than me. All right, yep, so that's that swinger there in front of the water. There's one to the right. So again, I'm having some issues with my position. I realize, hey, I can just use this barrel. There we go. There we go. I keep like scooching around because I wanted to use that knee to get more support. And this position was actually pretty stable. Ran out of bullets. Ooh, I should have reloaded after I shot those close ones. Click bang. I don't think my magazine was seated all the way. I need bullets for them to shoot. Nice. Nice. Yep, so now I'm having some issues. The gun is gunked up from shooting with the can. But I've only shot 2.5 stages. So in reality, that's like less than 80 or 90 rounds. It should not be having these issues. So I just need a little more gas or something to get this girl running right. Onto the pistol. Little no shoot. Oh, no, I'm shooting gong. There we go. Little swinger. I thought you were only supposed to shoot it once for some reason, because it swings. And so in my head, that made it a reactive target, but I was technically supposed to shoot it twice. So I think we chalked it up as a steel miss, I think, is what we ended up saying it was. But it couldn't be failure to neutralize, because again, it doesn't move. Otherwise, it would have just shot it once. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Pistol work was fine. And my apologies for sounding stuffed up. Pollen's been absolutely destroying me. But yeah, aside from not shooting that steel swinger thing again, and also the issues I'm having with my rifle, not a bad run. So he couldn't figure out how to make the timer work. Had to show him how. Yep.
Stand by.
Yep, stand by. I had it in my head that I wanted to shoot all of the steel on this from one position. So I refused to move from the starting line. So it makes all of these shots like, I don't know, 25 or 30 yards. Which isn't hateful with a red dot pistol. Again, my cameraman's a rookie and didn't turn it sideways, so we can't even really see what I'm shooting at. But it's more stationary targets, and then a couple more of the little things that fall off. And got to shoot 2 more poppers hidden behind the barrels. I kept clearing the pistol before I put in that bucket because I feel weird throwing a live gun into a bucket. Oh, I also... That's probably good I was, since I didn't have that safety plunger in. Yep, so magazine wasn't seated. So the hits on this stage, I'm using the top dot, were awesome. I was stacking those double taps, and like the, I don't know if you can see my mouth, this guy, I'll highlight it if you can't, but the guy behind that barrel, I shot him in the head, A-zone, twice, and they were like touching. You cover it with one pasty. It was sick. Holy shit. That guy shooting in the background was getting it. But yeah, overall, I mean, realistically, if I wanted to shoot it faster, I would have ran up to the far right corner, which you see. That's what I do in the night match, because we reuse this stage for the night. But you'll see how I should have ran it during the day if I wanted to be fast. Okay, and on today's iteration of my cameraman is a rookie. He started the video portrait and then switched to landscape without starting a new video, and I think I joke about that in this one or another one.
Thank you, sir.
So I rotate.
Otherwise, editing, I'll kill myself. Nah, man. Yeah, we're grown-ups, man. Give me that shit in your landscape.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Ready. Stand by.
Give me it in the landscape. JD was a funny dude. He's a good guy. I shot a few matches with him. He always does really well. He shoots a lot. So this is all paper. I figured I'd be able to see everything from this box that I'm in. I'm pretty sure JD got out of the way and was coughing because I was smacking him in the face with gas. Old Texas Star. Way too long for that Texas Star. Poppers are fine. Get to shoot this swinger over here. He didn't want to go down, so I need to shoot him in the face. I think almost all of my shots on that swinger were not good. I'll have to double check that. I'll have my like score and stuff, and I'll know which ones. I think it was like Delta Mike, or like Charlie Delta at best on that swinger. It was moving fast, at least felt like it was. Instant mood change, and then it doesn't even turn. We were having issues with this stage and the targets so much. I was so annoyed by this point. And if you notice, I have an ear pro change because my ops core amps were shitting the bed and amplifying every gunshot, making it like 5 times as loud as it would be. So I couldn't hear anything. I was like, my ears were ringing so bad. So I had to swap out headphones, but at first these headphones were missing. And so I had to go back to the first stage of the day, find them. They were missing the battery cover, so that pissed me off. So it was, at this point, I'm having a day. I'm almost done. This is stage 4, I think. Yeah, stage 4. So almost done. 2 guys have already left the squad. The wheels were falling off. They were falling off quick. Everyone was losing steam. It's like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, so it's hot. I'm not having a good time, but I'm trying to have a good time. All right, so here's the clip I was talking about of me joking about starting, or it was my buddy Andrew joking.
Start it one way, turn it occasionally.
It turns out that's what this motherfucker did on the last one. Oh, I love him. Oh, man. All right, anyways, the next stage. In landscape, like an adult. Ignore my sniffles. Again, starting rifle. Shooting these little paper guys. Should have been quicker on target. Again, I need to get more ups, so I'm going to be using that Blackbeard, that Mantis Blackbeard system to practice more ready ups with that dot so I can find it faster. I'm pretty sure I already shot that. Hold on. Why did I shoot that again? I'm almost positive I shot that in the beginning. Yeah, shot it right there. Okay, yeah, I'm just dumb. And shot it again. I thought someone said something.
Alpha.
Alright, so... I am shooting this in, like, the worst position I could have, honestly. So all these first 4 targets are all, like, 100, 150 yards, so not far. But I'm shooting them super slow and missing because I'm unstable. I don't have any rear support for my elbow. So I should have either went down a ring and put a knee up, or... So you see how... Interrupting myself. Look how slow my bolt moves. That's crazy slow. So yeah, it's super dirty, even though I've only shot, like, max 200 rounds. Like, and I cleaned it. So I cleaned it after stage 3. Or stage 2. After stage 2, I cleaned the gun, re-lubed it a bunch, and it's still having issues already. So yeah, definitely gonna have to overgas that sucker to get it running better when it's dirty. But yeah, so my position here sucks. I don't have any rear support for that elbow, so I'm wobbling all over the place, and you'll see how hard, well, it doesn't just make it hard, it makes it impossible for me to hit at the last target, which is at like 400 or 500.
Hey, Foxtrot.
So I have a failure to eject, it looks like. Yep, failure to eject. I'm two-handing because it's so sticky and gross. I had to two-hand the charging handle. Again, super unsteady. Click, nothing happens. I didn't see it pick up a round. Yeah. Click, nothing happens. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wheels are falling off. This is the last stage of the day. I'm exhausted. You can see how sunburnt I am. And so the reason Andrew says lock it to the rear is because whenever you let the bolt go forward, when it's open like that, it has more like energy. So it went forward faster that time. But also, I needed to take my arm out of my sling and replace it with a rear support on that knee. Because I was limited in my movement.
Right.
So that's why I was having issues racking it to the rear. I was all jumbled up in my sling like a dummy. I think the rest of this is just me missing over and over again. Tons of wind noise. Yep. So yeah. Eventually, I put a knee up finally. I think that's whenever I get the hit. Let's see when I put a knee up. Yeah, here we go. So I put a knee up finally. It's about to go off. That's why he's holding it close to my head.
Left. Right. Clear. Hit. Yep. Time.
Ooh, I'm gonna.
He cut the video at the perfect time. I was gonna say something. But yeah, that was just a really bad position, and I didn't really know my dope for that distance. I should have thought to write it down after the first stage of the day, whenever, because I shot at around that distance, not the same target, but close to it. It ends up being around like 2.8 mils. So if I would have just dialed that, held center, I probably would have been fine. But yeah, bunch of stuff to learn from for sure. And then I'll show you the pistol section. Kind of ended up shooting it anyways because I wanted to see what it was. Have some fun. All right, so this is the pistol stage of pistol section of stage 5. Obviously I didn't get to it because I parred out on time. So then I also had 1,000,007 penalties for all 1, 2, 3 for 13 steel FTEs is what it ends up being. Because I had a bad position. So let's have some fun and enhance my mood because I was pissed at this point. Oh, I also wanted to be a goofy goober and shoot the double Texas Star in reverse. So from the bottom up. Just because my friends said I wouldn't. So obviously, you know, someone hits you with the no balls, you got to do it. Oh yeah, I was saying my trigger felt weird. I don't know what it was. Like, it felt like it was like getting caught up on the reset. But overall, not bad. Would have been cool if I, you know, got to do it on time, but it was fun. Ultimately, it was a good day. Got to test some gear, see what worked, see what didn't. And we will cut to the night match, or me sitting at a desk. We'll see. Okay, so on to the night match. This video looks like shit because my cameraman was sitting in a chair 20 yards behind me and zoomed in on a phone, so it's a digital zoom through an analog night vision device. Does not look good.
Yeah.
And there's a big old blim right in the middle.
The only good NVG recorder is the Gregson VG, and it's like fucking $300 Oh yeah.
So this was my first night shoot, like for real, since the Marine Corps. So it's been a few years, probably like 6 or 7 years. This was my first serious night shoot. For this one, I for sure needed to, and you'll see throughout the night, I learned like kind of how to adjust my gear. But my laser was way too bright. My illuminator was way too bright. It was overall not great for like this up close kind of shooting. And now I'm trying to passive aim through my pistol, which was mostly fine. But the problem was the flash was so blinding to my nods that I'm currently shooting as fast as I can see my dot. You'll see here on the, yeah, I'm shooting as fast as I can see, which doesn't seem super slow, but I cannot shoot faster because I can't see my dot at all. Like, it completely whites out my nods. A little reload in the dark. I wish these guys weren't standing in the way or my cameraman would have got up. There we go. Shooting at something. Moving closer, keeping down range, safety and stuff. Shoot these little guys. But yeah, overall, not too hateful. Definitely better camera work will be coming in the future. All right, on to this is stage 6. Yeah, stage 6, but at night. So same thing as the daytime, but nighttime. So this time I was turning my light on, and it's a vis light, so that's why it's so bright, which helped me aim. But the problem was once I was aiming at the steel targets, it would wash out my dot because it wasn't bright enough. And cameraman doing better. This is a different guy. He's trying to move and see and record, so props to him. It's very hard to record through an NVG while moving at night because there's like ropes and stuff in the way. I don't know why I was so slow. I don't know why I was so slow in that. Maybe I like blinded myself because of the light. Yeah, my nods are super sensitive to like bright lights like that or like muzzle flash. So shooting suppressed, it's no issue at all, but whenever I'm shooting the pistol, it's throwing absolute fireballs. So that was the pistol section of stage 6. Swapping over to the rifle section now. So I had turned down my illuminator some, but then I had to go tighten it down because I realized one of the mounting screws came loose. Like right before we started this, I was like op checking everything to see how it was going, and I felt it was loose. So I didn't get to finish getting it how I wanted. But everything's around 100, 150 yards. Pretty small targets though. A little left, a little high. So I was digging a hole. Like just bottom right of that target. Good, I should use that barrel, huh? Should really use that barrel there for support. Instead of shooting offhanded all silly. And again, I need to turn my laser way down because it's so powerful. It's washing. I mean, you can't see the target at all what I'm shooting at. It's the size of the whole target. So I don't have any fine aiming. I finally decide to use the barrel. And I hit it. Wow, who would have thought? With a supported position, you shoot better. Crazy. But yeah, that illuminator is fine, but yeah, I need to turn the laser way down. Oh, that one has such a good ding.
17511.
Ooh, almost parred out. Oh my. Yeah, so 175 again. I'll post up my score and stuff. But yeah, overall, not too bad again. Still learning on the fly, making adjustments to stuff. And this final stage, it definitely came together, but we'll see that here in a second. All right, so now we're on stage 3. Yep, stage 3 of the day match, but it's whatever stage, stage 3, but at night. At night. But yeah, so I finally figure out how I want to do my aiming for my pistol and for my rifle. So what I end up doing for my rifle is passive aim through my top dot and use just the illuminator on my aiming device. So I'm illuminating the target so I can see it, more defined, but I'm just using that dot. And I'm able to go way, way faster than if I was trying to use that goofy laser or like messing around with it. So I can keep the laser optimized for long range and just use that dot. So that was our safety, like us being safe. They forgot to reset the target. So there's supposed to be 3 droppers. So this is the half you couldn't see earlier. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be 3 things that fall over, but instead I just have these gongs. Alright, time to shoot these poppers. 1, 2, 3. Move a little. Reload maybe? Yeah, reload. 4. 5. Not too shabby. Again, the light is so bright. It's a Surefire XL. Or no, it's not Surefire, it's a Streamlight. Streamlight TRL1 HL is what it is. So it's white light, super bright. Reload, of course, last round. But yeah, this group of guys, super fun to shoot with. That run went a lot better. Definitely starting to figure out the gear. I'm going to be doing a lot more night shooting, especially this summer, because it's going to be nice. It'll be nice and cool at nighttime, so I'll be able to get a lot of shooting in, get some more reps. All right, guys, so that was it. That was the first 2-gun match of the year over at Peacemaker. It was a lot of fun. Got to do the night portion, day portion. Learned so much on all the different gear. I took a ton of notes because it was just all day long. I was messing with stuff and tweaking things and having ideas to change for the next match, which will be, what month is it, June? Which will be next month. Next month is the next 2-gun match. Might do one more USPSA in between, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes and how family life's doing and stuff. Got to look after the family first. But I promised a plug at the end of the video for my new toy that I'll be playing with, and it is the Mantis Blackbeard X. I'm super psyched for this thing. I've used the Blackbeard before, but it's always been like borrowing it from a buddy or whatever, but now I own this one. It was provided to me by Mantis. Huge shout out to them. They hit me up after the last How to Get Better at Shooting video and told me that they would hook me up with a free Blackbeard system, which is sick. I really appreciate them for that. And it lets us know that they see the little guys, because that is what I am. I'm just a dude here trying to help people the most I can, and my videos don't get tons of views, but they saw me, and I've used them for a long time. So I'll be having some super awesome content coming out with that. Not paid by Mantis, but they did give it to me for free, so it is cool of them, but it won't influence my decision on how good it is and how effective it is at dry fire. But as I've said before, they're good company. But yeah, that's all. As usual, I have my normal social medias and stuff in the description. Links to anything, I'll do the day and night match together most likely. If I don't do the day and night match together, it'll be linked somewhere in here. I'll mention it. But yeah, as always, stay hydrated, stay strapped, and stay blessed, guys. Thank you.